What's up, everyone? All right, well, here we are. Today is going to be a recap for day 2 and day 3 of my TD Ameritrade side hustle small account. All right, so I'm going to finish today up $385 in my TD Ameritrade account, which I started 2 days ago. So, well, today's the third day, with $2,500. So the account is now up over 15% today, which is awesome. A really solid green day. The goal here is to inspire you guys and show you that even if you are trading in a cash account with TD Ameritrade, that you can make money trading. Now think about this for a second. If I was able to make $400 every other day using my $2,500 of cash. Now today I actually only used, let's see, I used like right around $2,100. I didn't use all the cash I had. But now I can't trade with that money, not till tomorrow, but till the day after. I've got to wait 2 days for settlement. So let's say I made $400 every 2 days. That would be $200 a day, $50,000 a year. Now, my goal is not to try to turn this $2,500 account into, $50,000. And the reality is, if it took me a year, that would be terribly slow, considering just last month I turned $500 into over $53,000 in just 17 days. So, I don't think I'm gonna set the goal of trying to turn this into 50 grand, mostly because I'd rather just do a short challenge, proof of concept, and then if you guys are inspired and want to take it from here, do it and tell me how you do over the next few months. But the fact is, you can grow a small account, a cash account, by actively day trading it. The proof is right here. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. As always, questions, comments, leave them right down below. And I hope if you're not already subscribed to the channel, that you hit the subscribe button and hit the like button if you enjoyed these episodes. All right, I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. What's up, everyone? All right, so we're gonna go over the trades from today. Today is day 2 and 3. We're gonna do a recap of day 2 and 3 of the TD Ameritrade Side Hustle Small Account Challenge. Today is officially day 3. Yesterday was day 2. I didn't do a recap on yesterday because I only made about $13. I will show you the trades from yesterday, and we'll just combine yesterday's recap and today's recap. Today, I'm up $385.88 in this cash-only TD Ameritrade account that I opened over the weekend on Saturday, and that means I now have $2,869.92. So the account is up 15% today. I started with $2,500, and because this is a cash account, I have to wait 2 days for every trade to settle. So if I trade with $2,500 today, I can't trade tomorrow, but the money will be available the next day. And so today, I ended up taking one trade with 500 shares of TLSA, and I bought it at, let's see, I can pull up my trade log here. Where is it? Here it is. All right, so this is my trade log. So my first trade here, I bought at $3.50. and sold at $4.29 and $4.25. Awesome. That's a great trade. I mean, a full 75, 78 cents, 79 cents per share. Can't complain about that. That is awesome. So I'll show you that trade, but with 500 shares. All right, so let's do the math here. 500 times 350, right? So this ended up using a good amount of my buying power, and I only have $495 left to trade with. All right, now yesterday, the one trade I took, I bought 200 shares of a stock priced at $1.12. So I used about $250 of buying power to make $13. All I had yesterday was $213. So tomorrow, that money will be cleared up and will add to the $495 I have here, which means tomorrow I'll have about $700 of buying power. But that's about it. All right. So today I had all my buying power back from 2 days ago when I took my first trade. So I was able to afford the 500 shares at $3.50. All right. So let's go over this trade, and I've got the live trading example, which I will show you. Let's pull this up here. All right. So This is going to be my live trading archive, and I'm just going to pause this real quick. All right, so let me show you first how I found this stock. All right, and I'll pull up my chart on it so we can look at the chart as well. TLSA. Not to be confused with TSLA, which is Tesla. This is TLSA. All right, so this stock, news out this morning, and you can see that it was a gapper, but a little bit of a weird chart because the pre-market high was $5, and then it had come all the way back down to $3. However, shortly after the bell rang, it started to squeeze up, and it was hitting our high of day momentum scanner, which is this scan right here. All right, so let's go back down to the very beginning of the day. Our leading gapper this morning, we had a decent gap scanner. This is the scan that I use to search the entire market to see which stocks are going to open higher in the morning than they closed the previous afternoon. The only reason that a stock will open higher than it closed is because of some type of news catalyst. And so you can see TLSA was the fourth leading gapper in the entire US market, gapping up 26% at $3.30. Now, obviously, when I pulled up the chart, I was like, oh, I don't know. It's not a very great chart. It just gapped up and sold off. But, you know, I looked at it, pretty much went on to the next one and just thought it wasn't going to be in play. However, when it hit the high day momentum scanner, and let's see when that was. It was right here when it hit. No, this is, okay, so where did it hit? Maybe I had this on, what's the float? TLSA. Maybe I just had this up on a chart. In any case, it starts to pop up. I didn't take any trades for the first few minutes. So this is where I got in right here. It squeezed up to a high of 355, which was right here. It may have been that some of you guys in the chat room were saying, hey, Ross, take a look at TLSA. It's starting to pop up. And I looked at it and saw that it had popped up from 3 all the way up to 350. So up more than 10% in the first 5 minutes after the bell rang. And so that's when I thought, okay, this is one that I'm gonna jump on. All right, so let's look at this. So let's see, I've got, this was a hotkey error that I had this morning, which was not great. So where is this? Okay, so there we go. Okay, so we're gonna full screen this. So I'm gonna put this up on full screen right here and we'll back up. Now this is my current layout for TD Ameritrade. For the small account side hustle challenge, I'm using this, this layout here. It's under the trade tab under active trader. And I've kind of set it up like this. So I have my order entry window right here. I can see the level 2. This shows me my P&L, my open P&L, my average price, and the number of shares I'm holding. So this kind of shows me everything I need to know about the position. This shows me the level or the time in sales. And then I use my chart right here on the right side. Now you could easily use your chart from TD Ameritrade, but I do not do that because I'm in the habit of using this chart here. And yes, I am aware that you guys can see my account number, but the account only has 2,500 bucks in it, so it's not a big deal. And the only way that you can see my balance is if you also see the account number, just because of the way this is set up. So that's fine. All right, so let's play this. Okay, so as TLSA started to pop up, it hit a high of 355, and then it did a little micro pullback underneath that level. And so when it was doing that micro pullback, I typed in 500 shares right here. I could see on the level 2, both right here and on my other one, it was 345 by 355. All right, so I'm watching this and I'm thinking if it breaks over 355, it's gonna break the high. I'm starting to see orders coming in right here at 355. So I go ahead and press the buy button. So let's watch this. So let me back that up so you can see me click the buy button. I see it on this side and I can see that there's kind of a stack of sellers at 55, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the nice thing about this software, this is my Lightspeed broker, is that with Lightspeed, I can see the color differentiation from the first row of the current market, which is 355, to the next row, which is 362, and then 380. Unfortunately, with TD Ameritrade, it's just like this gradient, so you can't really see it as well. All right, so I'm over here. And I'm going to put my hand on the buy button. Well, I guess I don't know. I guess for whatever reason, I don't think I pressed shift 1. I thought I actually clicked that buy button, but maybe I pressed shift 1. Maybe I did. Let's go back and check it out. All right, so let's see, active trader. So I type in TLSA. I then increase to 500 shares. I'm going to come over here, presumably, and click the buy button. All right, maybe I did press shift 1. Oh, no, it looks like I click it right here. So in any case, I can click it, or I can press shift 1, whichever I prefer. All right, so I click it there as I'm starting to see some orders coming through. Now look, it takes a second, right? What's going on? There we go. So how many seconds did that take for my order to execute? Let's just count it. I think I clicked it right there. No. Clicking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 seconds? That's not great. All right, I press the buy button here in this account, and holy smokes, I only get filled 351 shares at 381, and now it's 418 on the ask. So basically, I missed an opportunity to have a great trade here because this all of a sudden ripped up. So it rips up here to 418, 420. And now I'm like, okay, well, what do I do? You know, do I start to set $5 as my target? Do I just take the base hit with my small account and just sell it here? Now it's 385 on the bid. So I'm kind of like, all right, well, let me think about this for a second. Let me let it pull back and let's see if it holds this level. Now it's 418. So I have my order ready in my big account and I go and press the buy button right there. All right, so now I'm adding in my big account because I'm thinking this thing is gonna rip up to 420, 425. Unfortunately, my big account, obviously I'm in at a much higher price. For a moment there, I'm up 1,400 bucks. And for a moment here, I'm up 469. This is gonna be the high. I don't think I get an exit better than this. Or it goes up much more than this. Let's see. Oh no, actually, I guess it did for a second. Anyways, so at that moment, I have my button here to join the ask. I join the ask and it puts my order at 450. Well, the price has already dipped down a little bit. Now it's 34 by 48. 31. So I put it in for 250 shares. I cancel all. That order's canceled. And now I'm going to join the ask at 30. All right, so I joined the ask and it looks like it sold that position. So it sold it at, let's see. Let me pull up my TD Ameritrade. It sold that first 250 shares at, right here, 429. Okay, so that's not too bad, 429. All right, so I'm out with 250. So I've locked up some profit, which is good, $144. How does this work? Well, I'm not, in any case, I'm not totally sure how they're calculating this. I think the P&L on the day is the combination of what I've already sold and what's open. So now I'm holding 250 shares still. In this account, I'm thinking that this is a pullback and I'm still thinking more potential. I don't know why I'm sometimes thinking stocks have as much potential as I sometimes think they do, but I end up adding here at 420. I try to sell a little bit, it dips down. I was kind of thinking it was going to do a breakout there. Now what I've effectively done is I've increased my cost basis to 409, and it needs to rip up through 450. And so I go over here, I quickly sell the rest of it there. I'm still holding 2,000 shares here, and now I'm kind of piecing out before it drops. So that ends up being, sadly, only $348 in my big account with bigger share size. And the reason I didn't make as much money on this one is because I got in later and it didn't end up ripping up as much as I thought it would, which was kind of a bummer. By the way, those of you guys watching on Facebook, I'm going to upload all of this, the screen recording to YouTube. So if you guys jump over to YouTube, then you can see it here and post questions and comments on YouTube if you want me to answer them, because I'm usually pretty quick at getting back to YouTube comments. All right, so that was my trade here in this small account, and I traded it in the big account as well. The big account isn't really the focus of today's recap, but just for what it's worth, this is where it sits right now, up $1,190 on the day. So a nice day in the big account, not as good as it could have been, but again, when you get a tough fill, that's sometimes the way it goes. I guess I'm finishing up 550 on TLSA in total. So, but the small account, this was a great day, 15% gain. I'm very happy with that. This is the type of day that I needed. So one trade, 500 shares, in at 350, out at 429. Can't ask for much more than that. I could have gone bigger on share size. And this is kind of a funny thing because I left myself with $500. What am I going to do with an extra $500 of buying power tomorrow? I would have been better off just taking 600 shares and using pretty much all of my buying power today. But I did the math kind of quickly, and I was like, 500 shares times 350 is, so I'm kind of like quickly doing the math, and I just typed in 500 and took the trade, not realizing that I could have taken 600 and used basically all of my buying power, or just taken 300 and left myself a little bit more for tomorrow. But this was good. Hey, I'm not going to complain. The account's now at $2,869, so it's up nicely off of yesterday's and Monday's. Yesterday was okay. So let's look at yesterday's trade. Let's see. Let me just pull this up here. So yesterday ended up being a pretty decent day. Finished up $5,000, and then we had this trade on DYNT. All right, so this stock is the one that I traded, DYNT, and I had made the joke that I only had $250 of buying power, so I really couldn't be very aggressive. This was $13.46, but and that probably the only stock that I would be able to trade would be a stock priced at like $1, where I could maybe buy 200 shares of it, and that ended up happening. Now, the reason that I ended up going for this trade, you guys know usually I don't trade these cheaper stocks. However, on whatever day it was, a couple days ago, we had this stock CTIB, and this stock impressively squeezed from $1 all the way up to over $4 a share. All right, so that was a really big move. And then we had, was it APEX? Squeeze from $1 to $2.30. So because we had just recently had these two stocks make these kind of big moves from around $1, yesterday when I saw DYNT start to pop up and start to move a little faster, I thought, this might be the next one. All right, so I jumped in it at $1.12, which was, right down here. I jumped in it with $1.12. I bought it with my big account as well. It squeezed up to a high of $1.24. So with 200 shares, I was up $24. All right, so $24. I was expecting it to squeeze up to $1.30, $1.40, get halted on a circuit breaker, open higher, and maybe get a move up towards $2. So my target on it was possibly closer to $80 to $100, and my risk on it was coming back down to $1. So I was risking about $20 to make 100, and as it turned out, it didn't end up working very well. And when it came back down, I got out for a small profit, which is, for me, if I take a trade and it doesn't work right away, I usually would rather just get out, take a small profit, than hold it until it hits my max loss. which is ultimately what would have happened if I kept holding it. The second it didn't look good, it was like, all right, the writing's on the wall, it's time to get out. So on this one, I got in pressing buy market and I got out pressing sell market. Quick trades, they were pretty straightforward, just 200 shares in, 200 out. So yesterday, that brought me back up to $2,484.14. On the day before, the first day of my TD Ameritrade Side Hustle Small Account Challenge, I lost $29.19. So I went in the red by 30 bucks, bounced back halfway yesterday, and now today I've cleared my break-even red to green spot, and I'm now net positive $369.92. The awesome thing with TD Ameritrade, the platform is free. I don't have to pay $100 or $150 a month for the platform. The platform's totally free. I don't have any commissions, 0 commissions. So, anything I make, it's free and clear. And if I decide not to trade for 2 weeks because the market's really slow, or let's say, I go on vacation, which I never do, but let's just say, then I wouldn't feel like I'm losing money each day that I'm not trading. It's a good side hustle type of brokerage. Having said that, beggars can't be choosers, and if it's a free platform, you kind of get what you pay for. Did it take 5 seconds for my order to execute on TLSA? Yeah, but I also didn't fill the whole order in my Lightspeed account. So, it was a fast moving stock, and it was hard to get into. I guess that's going to be part of the deal. As long as I take A quality setups, then hopefully I can afford a little bit of a cushion on, my entries and exits maybe not always being picture perfect. So the goal is just to prove that you can grow an account in cash only and with as little as $2,500. Now, it's not to say that you couldn't trade a cash only account with TD Ameritrade with 500, because you could. You could also do it with 1,000 or 2,000. But I set it up with 2,500, which I thought was kind of a small account, but not crazy small. And it allows me to have on a good day, potentially $300 of profit, which, let's be honest, even if I was doing this every other day, because I used up most of my cash today, $400 a day, so that's every other day. So $200 a day, that'd be $50,000 a year from a $2,500 cash balance. That'd be pretty insane. Now, again, I'm not setting the expectation that I'm going to turn this into 50 grand in the next 12 months. And even if I did, that would be 12 times slower than I turned $500 into 50 grand using the offshore broker, right? But, just to prove that it can be done for those of you guys that aren't able to get approved at, an offshore broker, or you're not able to get margin approval because, for whatever reason, the broker doesn't approve you, you can still make money right here with the cash account. All right. So keep the dream alive. All right. So that's it for me. This is day 2 and day 3 recap of the TD Ameritrade Side Hustle Small Account Challenge. And I will be back at it tomorrow. Only $400 of buying power. So, it'll free up. I'll have about 700 in buying power. So maybe I'll take a trade, but I don't know. It would have to be A quality. So we'll see what the market gives us. Maybe we get another little gift, a little bit more momentum. I mean, today, honestly, you look at AGTC. We didn't talk about this stock too much, but look at this, up at 850 right now, up at the highs. TRIL, another one, really nice squeeze from $1.70 up to $3.43. Now this one kind of took off so quickly, I felt like I was chasing it, so I didn't get into it. And then on this pullback, by this time it was already 11:15, 11:30, and I was done for the day. But it's nice to see some good momentum, and hopefully we are able to continue that with a couple more solid trades tomorrow. All right, you guys, so I hope you all have a great day. As always, questions, comments, those watching the YouTube video, leave them right down below, and I will see you first thing tomorrow morning. All right, bye everyone. Hey, did you know that I go live every single morning between 9 and 9:15 to stream my pre-market watch list? subscribe to the channel, press the bell for the alert, and you'll get the notification.